Today we're going to chat through a DSCR loan that has no seasoning requirement. Of course, the definition of seasoning is a period of time that you have to be in that property for before you can access the equity. So the biggest perk to the no seasoning, if you are a fix and hold investor, is you can purchase that property, rehab it, and then recoup your equity and the capital that you've already put into that property and access that based off of the new appraised value. So if you're in an expensive hard money loan, maybe you were going to do a fix and flip, you decided to rent it out after all, this is a great program to access that equity so you can recoup all the cash that you put into that property. In order to qualify, you actually do not have to own your primary residence. You don't even have to have rental management experience. You just have to have at least a 660 credit score in order to qualify. With a traditional cash out refinance, you have to be in that loan for 6 full months before you can access the equities. Of course, no seasoning allows you to access that equity instantly with all that equity, all that capital you put in, and we're going off that new appraised value. So that new appraisal is going to dictate how much equity you can take out when it's all said and done. If your rental property is already rented, perfect. We can go all the way up to 75% of that property's value. So if rented, 75%. If it's unrented, of course, 70% is going to be the max you can take out. So if it's not rented, it's not going to be a deal breaker, just a 5% loan to value reduction. How do we come up with that rental value? The lender, myself, we're going to order a 1007 rent schedule, which is going to say what that property would rent for in an appraiser's eyes. So ideally, we have a 1-to-1 DSCR ratio, right? Of course, DSCR loan, no personal income, no tax returns. And of course, with this loan option, there's no seasoning. So if the property is rented, perfect. We're going to document the leases, go all the way up to 75% cash out refinance. If the property is unrented, we're going to go up to 70% LTV. For more traditional DSCR cash out refinance, you can access up to 80% of that property's value if you wait the full 6 months. Again, this program, it's no seasoning, so there's going to be some restrictions. You're going to be capped at 75 or 70%, depending on if the property is rented, but it does allow you to pay off that hard money loan and access that capital and recoup that cost that you put into that property. Again, my name is Austin Clarence. Any questions you have about this program, anything DSCR related, I'm an investor myself. I'd love to help chat through any scenarios. Drop me a comment or shoot me a message. Look forward to connecting.